Hello, dear friends. Today we are looking at some of the most horrific deaths in circus history. Because it was often without safety nets, modern equipment, or real protection. Moments when entertainment turned into tragedy. Charlotte will help me.
First case. The Flying Wallendas, When Legends Fall. The Flying Wallendas were royalty in the world of tightrope walking, a family known for performing without safety nets because fearlessness was their brand. On January 30th, 1978, during a live televised performance in San Juan, Puerto Rico, tragedy struck. Carl Wallenda, the family patriarch, was attempting to walk a wire stretched between two hotel towers, over 120 feet above the ground. Strong winds battered the cable. Witnesses later said the wire visibly swayed. Halfway across, Carl lost his balance. There was no net, no harness, no second chance. He fell to his death in front of onlookers and television cameras. What made the moment especially chilling was what came next. Members of the Wallenda family insisted the show must go on, even after witnessing one of their own die. Carl Wallenda's final words, spoken years earlier, became infamous. "Life is on the wire. Everything else is just waiting." Case 2. The elephant that turned on its trainer. Elephants have been a staple of circuses for generations. Massive, intelligent animals trained to perform unnatural tricks. In 1994, during a performance in Honolulu, a 20-year-old elephant named Tyke snapped. Tyke had shown signs of distress and aggression before. Trainers reportedly used electric prods and bullhooks to control it. During the show, Tyke suddenly attacked its trainer, crushing him in the ring while horrified spectators screamed. It then charged another handler, killing him as well. What followed was chaos. Tyke escaped the arena and ran through city streets for nearly half an hour. Police eventually surrounded it and fired dozens of bullets before it collapsed and died. The entire incident was caught on camera. Tyke's death became one of the most disturbing symbols of animal abuse in entertainment, and a turning point that led many cities to ban elephant performances altogether. Case 3. The human cannonball who missed. Becoming a human cannonball means trusting physics, and trusting that everyone did their job perfectly. In 2017, experienced stunt performer Jan van der Put prepared to launch himself from a cannon at a county fair in England. Something went catastrophically wrong. Instead of flying cleanly into the safety net, Jan was launched at the wrong angle. He slammed into the edge of the net's support structure, then fell to the ground. Emergency responders rushed in, but his injuries were fatal. Witnesses described the moment as surreal. The crowd applauding at first, not realizing they'd just watched a man die. The investigation later found miscalculations in setup and safety distances. 1. Small. Error. 1. Life lost. Case 4. The acrobat who fell mid-routine. In 2013, aerial acrobat Sarah Guyard-Gaillot was performing with Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas. She was highly trained, experienced, respected. During a routine involving high cables and rapid movement, something failed. Either a clip or a grip. Sarah fell more than 90 feet to the stage below. The audience initially thought it was part of the act. It wasn't. Despite immediate medical response, she was pronounced dead shortly after. Cirque du Soleil halted the show and later shut it down permanently. It was the first onstage death in the company's history. The incident shocked the modern circus world, a reminder that even with advanced safety systems, perfection is still required every second. Case 5. The lion tamer who turned his back. Lion tamers are trained never to turn away. But in 2006, during a live performance in Egypt, veteran lion tamer Mohamed El Hilo made a fatal mistake. Witnesses say he briefly turned his back while attempting to reposition one of the lions. That was all it took. The animal lunged, knocking him to the ground. Other lions followed. Handlers tried to intervene, But it was too late. The attack happened in full view of the audience. The lions were eventually restrained, but El Hilo died from his injuries. The tragedy reinforced a brutal reality. No matter how trained an animal appears, instinct can never be fully controlled. Case 6. The clown who never stood up. Clowns are meant to represent safety and laughter, especially for children. In 1919, during a traveling circus in the United States, a clown known only as Little Charlie collapsed during a routine. At first, the audience laughed. They assumed it was part of the act. Minutes passed. The music stopped. Little Charlie never stood up. He had suffered a fatal heart attack mid-performance, dying under the big top while children clapped. It remains one of the eeriest examples of how easily tragedy can be mistaken for entertainment. Case 7. The knife that never should have been thrown. Knife-throwing act accident. Europe, 1930s. Knife-throwing acts rely on absolute trust. The assistant, usually it's a beautiful young woman, stands motionless, often smiling, while blades strike inches from their body. The danger is real, but the illusion is that it's controlled. In the 1930s, during a travelling European circus, a well-known knife-throwing duo prepared for their act. They had performed together for years. Their routine ended with a rapid-fire throw meant to land just beside the assistant's head. That night, something went wrong. Whether it was a slip, fatigue, or a distraction, one knife flew off course. It struck the assistant in the neck in front of a silent audience. For several seconds, no one moved. Then she collapsed. The performer dropped to his knees, screaming for help, while the audience slowly realised what they had witnessed wasn't staged. The assistant died before reaching medical care. The act was immediately banned in several regions, and many circuses quietly retired knife-throwing performances altogether. But for decades afterward, similar acts continued, often without regulation. One mistake, one throw, no second chance. Conclusion. The circus has always demanded risk, from performers and animals alike. Behind every breathtaking stunt is the possibility of disaster. And when something goes wrong, there's no pause button. No cut, no second take. These deaths weren't just accidents. They were the cost of spectacle. Today, many circuses have changed, removing animals, improving safety, or shutting down entirely. But the history remains. The next time you see a daring performance, remember, sometimes the most dangerous place isn't the battlefield or the sky. It's the spotlight.
Dear friends, which of these stories disturb you the most? Tell me in the comments, please.